Hi guys, this is Ravensleep45 and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Today we're going to be doing the Summoner's Job quest, but before we proceed to our regular scheduled recording, I do want to mention a couple of things. And for starters, if you see any abilities from the Summoner/Pet, like say Pain Flare, all the dots, not to mention Devotion, they're either been removed or replaced altogether from the game. So if you see any of those abilities in my recording, and you're probably wondering why I still have them, this is prior to Stormblood all the way to Endwalker, so that's the reason I still have said abilities. So with that being said, this has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day. Okay, now do the level 60 job quest for the Summoner. A flare for the dramatic. And we get the dead flare and a color attire coffer, which is the level 60 relic armor for the Summoner. Adorius! I was about to send for you. Yumicha should be here at any moment. And here she is. Ah, wonderful, we're all here. I've been pondering some metaphysical theories, and I would like to discuss my conclusions with the both of you. Okay, so what kind of theories and conclusions do we have for our Mr. Asian friend? Ever since our battle on the flats, the memory of our adversary fleeing the field has been preying upon my mind. According to the science and the research, the Paragons are effectively immortal. They said to have ethereal entities with no physical form of their own, instead possessing mortal hosts after mortal hosts in the endless processing down the ages. But once Artorias has acquired the Dreadworm's trance, the haste on which the Ashen withdrew did not seem to be the action of being who harbor no fear of death. Thus, I do pose the question, could it be that the 12 Callus and his black-masked brethren are not as practiced in the art of possession as the red-veiled masters? At the same time of the battle, our bodies were the only available host nearby, assuming that he also lacked his superior facility to flee to space betwixt worlds. I suspect that our foe's sudden cowardice stemmed from the inability to force his soul into our living vessels. Very possible. That would explain much, including the reason why he chose the deceased Kalandine to serve as his puppet. And I believe that the theory is sound. Shall we put it to the test? If we were able to lure the 12 Callus to a location devoid of potential hosts, then we might succeed in destroying him for good. Then what are we waiting for? We must begin to devise a plan to draw the villain from hiding. Not so fast, Captain Wolf. We must first obtain the means by which we can ensure the Asian's demise. A mighty coup de grace, delivered before he has the chance to retreat. Artorias, there is a passage within the last tome that describes how the power of the trance can be unleashed in a single devastating blast. The technique itself, however, was not explained. According to my research, it can only be learned from a forbidden book found in the shelves of the Great Gubal Library. To reach the library will require a long and perilous journey over the Albadarian Spine and into the wilderness of the Davarian Hinterlands. But I believe we three are up to the task. Shall we be on our way then? The key to defeating the 12 Callus will soon be within our grasp. Yep, let's. To the Hinterlands! Okay, now let's teleport to the Hinterlands, but first let's check my map and where this area is. I think it's like right in front of the Gubal Library because we're going there. Yep. Alright, let's teleport to Eorzea. Okay, finally I'm here after that long flight. We got a little instance fight right here, right next to the Gubal Library. Well, no sign of our Asian friend yet. Now that we all arrive, we can enter the library and begin our search for this forbidden tome.
You have strayed far from the safety of your cities. Foolish mortals! Whatever could you been planning?
Again! Always he arrives at the worst possible moment. There's no coincidence, I fear, and this time he leaves naught to chance.
It was amusing at first to watch you stumble like clumsy children, but do insist in your dabbling. Those who will not dance upon our palms shall be crushed within. No more shall we endure your blinding effulgence. There can be no rival to the encroaching darkness. You have earned the ire of Eorzea's most loyal servants. Do you imagine the battle ended with our master defeated? Stand now, bringer of light, and suffer the pain of our retribution.
Would it not be wiser to retreat and seek the tome another day? They mean to afford no such opportunity, my dear captain. Either we stand and fight, or we die. I say we stand and fight!
In the name of Master Eorzea, we pronounce your doom.
We will not surrender to your tyranny. Bah! I hope we find you anyways. We have unfinished business, Axiom. Alright, let's do a little miasma on you and bio and fester. Rune 3 and Rune 2. Now you're dead. Now let's do it with a 12th number sword over here.
Too long have you waited. Too strong have you become.
Alright, Mr. Khalees, now you're the last one standing.
You have grown in power, it is true, but it shall not be enough. Wonders of the heavens, heed my call!
Oh god, meteors, need to move it away from the group. Tall, steep, it's raining boulders! Where's that Rockatoris? Oh, it's on my right side. A little pain flare.
Why do you yet stand? Yield to the inevitable.
We will never yield to you. Your evil ends this day. I will have my vengeance for my men.
Your art is feeble.
Oh god, okay, move out of the way. It's almost dead. Come on, another meteor. Need to move away from the group.
I cannot. I am undone. I failed you.
Heck yeah, duty complete. Not so tough now, Mr. Asian.
How? We were raised into the greatness by Eorzea himself. You defeated my master, bringer of light. Mayhap it is meant that your strength was beyond us. But the day will come.
You're not not escaping us this time, Asian! Now, Artorias, unleash your power! By the power of Bahamut, I smite my foes! Mega Flare! Get wrecked! And I just float back down from the sky. That's very cool. It is done. The Paragon is no more. A most impressive spell, Artorias. But when did you learn how to cast it? Did we not first require the library's tome? Well, I guess I don't need that tome anymore since I can cast it. My apologies, Captain. But in order to see one's enemies, it was best to begin with one's friends. There was never any such book. All that Artorias truly required was the catalyst of battle to focus her energies. I knew that once the Asian observed us traveling towards this library, he would assume that we sought some long-buried wisdom. You could not risk leaving Artorias free to gain even greater power. Ah, and so this entire journey was a feint? A trap to lure him into the wilds? Well, you sure had me fooled. Remind me never to cross wits with you, Eorzea. Remind me not to play poker with her down the line, because she's probably gonna rob me blind. Okay. Now I just need to talk to Dancing Wolf again. Together, we have achieved something of which few people can boast. The defeat of an Asian. Never could have accomplished this deed alone. Thanks to your actions, Tristan's case can also be put to rest. Long have we been haunted by the horrors of that Ifrit's mission. But at last, I can feel a measure of peace. I will return to Oda and have a gravestone for Tristan laid beside his brothers. We may not have his bones, but it will be a place where the survivors of his unit can pay respects to the man he once was. I bid you farewell, my friends. May we meet again under happier circumstances. You and me both, Dancing Wolf. You and me both. Alright. I too would like to extend my gratitude, Artorias. In addition to untold slaughter, you have prevented summoning magic history from repeating itself in the new age. We must take greater precaution against this ancient art falling into the wrong hands. I will work alongside my colleagues in the Suns, and to be sure that the spread of summoning is closely monitored. If only we can uncover a lasting solution to the Primar's predicament. There must be a way to break this self-perpetuating cycle of meeting force with force. As for myself, I shall continue my research into primals and summoning, and offer the science whatever support I'm able. I am certain our paths shall cross again, Artorias. You and me both. And a flare for the dramatics done, so I get Death Flare and my coffer. Sweet! And level 60 done. Death Flare. This concludes the summoning quest for the Fine Finds Forging Hemsworth in order to present the other quest series, and yada yada yada, okay. Nice! Summoner Soul number 2 for our achievement. And I get my coffer from my armor pieces. Sweet.